Welcome in to the new members and to the old members that have found their way back to the community. I need you as much as you need me. In this morning's update, we're going to go over XRP. We're going to talk about how we're up to the 0.5980 level. We have a first resistance, as we talked about yesterday, of 6004. We get on top of 6004 and hold. We have a technical breakup of 61.8 cents. If we can get on top of that descending triangle resistance, that's when the true fun starts. But right now, we're doing exactly what we wanted to do here this morning. And we need to see if we continue to play up. As XRP's up 0.75%. It doesn't seem like much, but right now we're riding on top of this pennant flag, as I'm calling it. It's not a bull flag, but it looks more like a pennant flag, how it's set up. And how it's trying to break up, consolidating. And we have a golden cross in the 45-minute. We're retesting in a nice area, but if we want to continue up our first layer to get past, as we came close earlier at 5993, we need to get up and over 6004, and then we'll push ourselves to our technical target on the breakout of this pennant flag. The initial move is 6004, which is the consolidation resistance that you create just by putting, you measure the distance between this consolidation, and then your first target ends up there, and then you measure the actual flag, the pole, and that's how you get the actual distance to the top. So first target is 6004. Once you get on top of that, you finish off the move of 4.2% up to about 6168. So if you were part of the live yesterday, we talked about this very extensively. We talked about how it had come down, consolidated, and looked like it done exactly what we needed it to. And now XRP looks like it's going to be, teasing at least this move up to 61.68 cents. But that's conditional on pushing up and over and holding 6004, which in due time we should. This setup looks like it's pretty nicely put together, but it can be invalidated at any point if you see XRP's price below 59 cents right now. And like I said yesterday, I would always look at that first support hit at 585. So if you're below 58.5, this is invalidated. It'll just end up coming straight through, and then it'll end up working its way down in time to around that 57 cent area. But right now, as I've been saying the last several days, very bullish. We're very bullish. Until this breaks down, we're super bullish. Not just because of the short-term pattern, but because of what XRP's created within the cup and handle formation. We have a cup and handle formation. We're coming up in just a straight and narrow way. We don't have any kind of real support coming in. There's no volume coming in, which is a little bit lackluster. And the fact that no volume's coming in and we're squeaking our way up to the 605 area doesn't seem to show a lot of confidence. But if this continues on, we're looking for a surge of volume here. And this can find its way up to that 618 level in a heartbeat. And it's going to end up retesting this area again at 616, 617 roughly. That's the cup and handle mid-tier resistance, and you can't make your way up to the actual handle resistance until we can get past this area. We created this descending consolidation right here, which leads you a little bit of positivity to make you think that this can actually break up instead of down. And as we've said, there's been an extension zone, if you watched yesterday, put in, and as long as we hold this expansion, this could be the start of the continuation up. As for the first time starting in January, after going way up and hitting a consolidatory support, we did not come up to the uptrend, or come down to the uptrend that was formed in 2020 after the resistance was formed in January of 2018. Took 27 months from all-time highs between 330 and 350, depending on exchange, to hit that new uptrending support in March of 2020, just above 10 cents. It was a 27-month consolidation. And ever since then, no matter where we went to the top side, once we got a rejection, we come back to support, except for now. Now, starting in January, we created what looks like an expansion zone. And if this is true, this is working us out of this area for the first time in 78 months. And we would ultimately, if this plays true, get up and over that 70 cent mark in current times. And then we would have a technical breakout target heading up towards that $1.19 area, $1.20. So that's what we'd be targeting right now. And it's the long-term pattern for XRP looks very bullish when you look at the entirety of the pattern. A lot of people are getting very bearish on the short term, which to me doesn't even make sense, because unless you were to break 49.8 cents, that bullish cup and handle is still intact. And this is very bullish. Now, this little bit of a rising channel, or this little bit of consolidation it has right now, it's got to have a little bit of a pull up. If we don't get a big surge of volume, this very well could roll over on itself. So that's why I'm showing everybody this morning, as I always do, both sides of the coin. But right now we're teasing a breakout here. We're consolidating on top of this resistance that used to be support. And look how long we're riding on this. Eventually, if you keep holding this as support, we should have a parabolic move to the top side. And in this case, the parabolic move is 618 to see if we can push past that resistance. Actually, it's 6168. What am I talking about? It's the exact same resistance as the handle resistance, the mid-tier resistance. That, you can't make that up. So, it looks like we're going to be pushing back to that mid-tier handle resistance that is set up here. It really does. And this pattern formation we're in the short term is this descending triangle. These are bullish continuations. These are very bullish consolidations. And I'd be stunned if it breaks down instead of up after the eventual move is had. It seems like too much stuff is building up in the bullish position. News across the board is bearish. Public perception is bearish. Social media influencers are bearish because they don't understand what's going on. XRP is the most bullish it's been since 22. Doesn't matter what anybody tries to convince me. It's the truth. So, let's watch, see if this golden cross plays out in the 45-minute. Or if we have to have more consolidation down. And remember, 58.5 cents. If you lose that, you invalidate this thesis. So right now, everything's looking standard operating procedure here. So I think that was a great way to start this update for the first 6 minutes and 40 seconds. If we look at the XRP Bitcoin pairing, it suggests, like I've been saying for the last several days, that we're getting ready for a breakout. There's no reason to sugarcoat it. I don't need to lie to anybody. We're on this exact same expansion right here that we've witnessed in precious metals mining stocks. You've had the same thing with Newmont Mining. You've had the same thing with First Majestic Silver. And as we can see the setup, and I'm going to try to show everybody this again, because I think showing similarities allow people to see maybe what's going on here. So big down, you create that, right? Now let's take it into a slightly higher time frame. We'll put it into the weekly for when we go to First Majestic and Newmont. But here's First Majestic, and it's a much wider pattern, which is why you have to put it into the higher time frame so you can see it. Look at this. Descending triangle. Boom. And now it's starting to break up. Newmont, a little bit behind. Down into this descending triangle, finally starting to break up. Now, we go to the XRP Bitcoin pairing in the smaller time frame. And we can clearly see exact same setup. It's the exact same setup at the bottom of this formation. We come down, boom, and now we're looking to roll out. This is the exact same setup we're seeing in a smaller scale. So I like to draw conclusions when I see things that are similar in patterns. When you see similarities, no matter if it's a commodity, precious metal, stock, crypto, no matter what it is, Forex, the patterns are all the same. When they start forming these patterns, you know what's happening. The only question that I had with myself is, did I measure the bottom of this descending triangle right? Because some people would say, oh, it comes through there. But I still say that you use it like this, and then if it doesn't play out, well, so be it. But you can't just make it fit because you want it to fit. It has to fit because there's a reason. Right now, this reason is just like, I mean, to me, it makes perfect sense. That's how it's set up. And we're fighting right now. We came to the overextension of the overall pattern. And we actually held that support. And that's if you look at the wider scale. But this is the expansion we could have created to try to break out of here. I like these expansion zones very much. So we'll see how this plays out. Looks like some inversion can be had here. So we'll see if this plays out true, or if we start to consolidate back down. We know the numbers for XRP. And now we go into Bitcoin. Bitcoin right now is at 69,330, up about 400 points. We're still trying to push out of this area. We're up at a major resistance at 69,339. And to break out of this area, we've got to get over 70,358. We already came up to the technical move from the short-term move from the bottom. But now we're looking to break out of this technical resistance. I'm moving this up here because that mid-tier pivot doesn't even matter. 70,396 is what matters. If we can get over and hold that, we have a technical target of 79,377. Let me do the intro real quick. If you are watching right now, please make sure to hit that like button so YouTube recommends this update. It will greatly help me push through the analytics. It'll help when others are watching through their YouTube feed. Newer, older viewers, it'll allow them to see my content for the first time or find the content so that they can watch the updates. I'm sure many of you can tell the XRP space, the buzz is going down. There's not as many people holding. Whales continue to buy, but retail continues to sell out at an alarming rate, and whales are eating those shares alive, or tokens alive. So if you're selling out with retail while the whales are continuing to increase their wallets, that's not the right side of town to be on. I'm telling everybody, be patient. We're within a very bullish consolidation of 78 months right now, and we have a very bullish cup and handle formed already, which is the most bullish technical analysis, or most bullish analysis you can see within technicals is when you see that cup and handle formation. So don't be talked out of something that you really enjoy. Don't be talked out of XRP because of all the FUD. Actually understand what you hold and what's coming through the pipeline here and what's already transpiring. So good morning. 9:34 a.m. Eastern Standard Time on this Sunday, April 7th, 2024. I'm XRP Future Millionaire, and I reside in the great state of Michigan. So since we talked about Bitcoin, XRP, the XRP Bitcoin pairing, let's talk about the the Bitcoin dominance chart. We do have a technical target right now after we broke out of this descending structure to go up to 57.01%. It looks like we're playing perfectly out of that. The Bitcoin dominance has created yet another bull flag within the short-term pattern. And it's very obvious here. Technical breakup is going to be somewhere around 55.8% on the first move. So that's the technical analysis right now with Bitcoin, putting a short-term bull flag here in the Bitcoin market cap, or the Bitcoin dominance chart. So that just shows us that Bitcoin is probably going to start moving a little bit faster than altcoins here. So, and it looks like we're going to have an up tug here. It really does. Looks like we're trying to set up for an upward momentum. But being on Sunday right now with the futures markets will be open tonight. I'm very excited for precious metals, commodities, to see how gold and silver starts. Also to see how cryptocurrency reacts. But it's going to be very interesting today with the XRP market cap so that we can cross every, dot every I and cross every T here. The XRP market cap, we've held this beautiful support right now. It is. It's a beautiful uptrending support. This could be our expansion zone. This could all, or this isn't our market cap, but this is our other XRP chart. This really could be an expansion zone. The market cap's back up above the uptrending support, as we did come down just a little bit. And now we're looking to hold 32.5 billion and then push out past above 33.96 billion to try to initiate the push back up to just about 38.9 billion. And as we can see, we do have a sneaky reversal within the XRP analysis that could be starting here. This very well could be the start of this W reversal. We could have just hooked. So if this ends up being a higher low and it plays off of, because we had a low, higher low, if this plays off it right here and then we push up, this could be the start of the bottoming formation. Don't get too excited yet. We got to watch this play out and see if it plays true. But I am rather excited this morning because I think we're on the money here. As we can see, XRP's up to that 6004 mark. It's good to see it pushing up in real time because we've been talking about this the last couple days. I took a beating the last couple days when I put in the headline that XRP was targeting a 4.1% move, and that could be the beginning of a 35% rally. But right now we're above 604, and now we should be pushing up to that 617 area roughly. So this is a good start to the day. We're up 1.31%. So hopefully this technical analysis was on the money, and hopefully you respect what I do and you will hit that subscribe button and join the other 21,200 subscribers. If you want to show me personal support, we've definitely been lacking this month, but that's okay. Consider sending one YouTube super chat per month or joining Tom's Army and getting the emoji badge of me being abducted by aliens in month 1. If you're looking to trade XRP, whether leverage or spot trading with the lowest fees in the USA, no VPN required, and it's up during high times of volatility. That's BITUNIX. It's in the video description below and or pinned comments. You'll be able to trade XRP there and enjoy it. Save some money in the pocket. Be able to swing trade. I opened up that trade, as everybody knows, last night. A $3,000 trade from the money I had on BITUNIX. Not saying it's going to play out, but right now it's up a little bit. As we opened it during the live, or I talked about it on the live, everybody should have known. At around that 59.2 cents when it hit that support. I made it very clear to everybody yesterday when I was going to do it. And that's what I did. It's just a spot trade on top of what I already own. But I feel like there's a small move coming here, at least with XRP. And at least right now I'm up 1.3% on $3 grand. So I can't be mad about that. So just pay attention to the lives. Everybody, you owe it to yourself to come into the live so that you can hear the technical analysis. XRP Healthcare, we talked yesterday about the consolidation zone, and look where it hit. We didn't have that uptrending resistance, or that stationary resistance, but we had this uptrend. So last night, we tried to figure out where this could dive down to. We speculated from here and we pushed it out. Well, we had no way of knowing that this would hit it perfectly. We did one extension zone here and one down here, and it hit perfectly right here when we expanded through. And then I was able to, this morning when I woke up, put the resistance. And this is how we know if we're going to have another breakout for XRP Healthcare. I know we had some sell yesterday, and I said, I'm sorry to hear that. And they were out about 7.7 they sold during the live. And just to wake up this morning to see it's higher than when they sold. And if this holds this consolidation, you're talking about the next level is 9.9 cents. I mean, unbelievably incredible. This is unbelievably incredible. And a lot of people, I think they're missing the point here too. There's 100 million total circulating supply with XRP Healthcare. Over 18 million are being staked right now, which means they can't be sold. That's only going to add to price appreciation. There's only 35 million available to the public via exchanges. So consider that when you're looking at this. And we're so early in the process. Like, this isn't where I'm looking to sell. I'm just looking to accumulate during this process. Granted, I couldn't buy a lot yesterday, but I did buy a tiny bit more when it hit that uptrend. I think it was like $40 total. It was 800 and something more tokens. Nothing crazy. But it did come back down there. I told everybody if it hit that consolidation, I was going to buy more. Because I'm still in the buying process. I bought the majority under 3 cents, more towards 2.5. But that doesn't mean I'm not buying a little bit every day still. When we get the consolidation. So I'm very excited about what XRP Healthcare has to offer. And make sure you pay attention to this chart, because if we do hold this, we have another breakout attempt. And I know this was trying to look like a gravestone, but if it holds this like this is a huge inverted hammer. Massive inverted hammer. That's going to bring you up the rest of the way. So basically what I'm saying here is if 8 cents holds, believe it or not, we've got another 23.7% move on XRP Healthcare. It's absolutely unbelievable what's been going on there. As we started buying at 1.9, I put it to the public at 2.2. I showed everybody because I bought it the night before in the overnight hours when it hit 1.9. And by the time I showed it again, it was 2.2 in the live. So just pay attention to that, as that's been a spectacular, just spectacular move. And I'm very happy to see what XRP is doing this morning. So I'm going to release this update to everybody. I got to get ready for church this morning at 11. So don't forget to give thanks to the Lord and Savior Jesus Christ. As we do have a beautiful start to the day. I feel like technical analysis-wise, we're on the money. So please make sure to hit that like button so that YouTube will recommend this update. And then if we want to look at the... nope, I'm not looking at that. That's from yesterday. Nope, we don't need to read anything. Everything's looking pretty good. So make sure you pay attention. Don't let your emotion dictate what's going to happen with XRP. Pay very close attention as we're on top of the 6004 level. This should open up a quick rally here to the 617 level. And the moment you get on top and hold that, now we open up the door to a much bigger rally. And we are on the precipice of a 35% move. You heard that right. We're on the precipice of a 35% move. You get on top of 61.6 cents, you are signaling a technical move up to 74 to 75 cent area. We are very, very close to a massive breakout here. And I know a lot of people are losing their hope. I know a lot of people are losing their sight. And they're not playing it true here. But just understand, if you understand the analysis and the technicals, even if this breaks down, you know where it's going to happen. If we lose 585, this pattern's invalidated. We need to hold 6004 after this 1.33% push now. We're up above that first resistance. As I telegraphed it for everybody the last several days, I even showed the mini level of 6004. And then once you get on top of that, the technical target is right up there at 6168. And once you get on top of that, now you have a technical target from this descending triangle breakout of 75.71. So we're looking very good right now. Looks like we're putting in that inverted hammer on this candle again. So we could be off to the races here very quickly. We're looking for a volume spike, a hold on this bullish cross in the 45, and a continuation up. Have a blessed morning, everybody, and be very, very positive. Hashtag be better, do better in the comments if you made it till the end. There's simply no reason at this juncture to be negative. Positivity over negativity. Don't come in here with insults, and if you do, I'll embrace it. Just don't look like a jackass. Give real facts. That's all I ask.